So that this always cuts me off at the best parts, when I'm about to give you something really useful, which is great because you'll watch my next video. Hopefully, I can also think to do that on my own. So I just took a deep breath and I'm holding it in. I used to do this with my sister a lot, and we used to do these breath therapies just naturally because I actually maybe I did learn some yoga in elementary school, so maybe it rubbed off on me somehow. But and swimming too, so holding the breath. But yeah, I would hold it in, and I didn't realize that there was different ways to hold it in. So when it's full, you can hold it in, or when it's empty, you can hold it in, or in the middle, and they do different things because, like I said, it's like the full moon versus the new moon, the different influences. So think about that. Basically, when you want to feel power, what do you do? Do you go to the new moon or the full moon, right? And then if you want to, I don't know, when you want to relieve yourself of stress, cool down, right? Even though this is the cooling one, when you blow out, the energy, so what happens is that the air is in different places and different points, right? The humor, that's how it works. But actually, let me not talk about the specifics of the prana and the apana, the subtypes of the gas humor. I'll just basically tell you that when you inhale, the diaphragm moves downward, okay? The air moves downward and the force moves downward. And then when you exhale, then it's a downward thing pushing it out and going upward. So I have to read it before actually I talk about it because I'm really trying to go in a different direction right now. So prana goes down to meet apana, and then apana comes up to meet prana. And that's what happens in the process of the breathing. So if you meditate on it, you'll figure it out for real, and you'll know what the real truth is. But this video I wanted to make, since already 2 minutes, about how to cure yourself of addictions, okay? And with breath therapy. And I'll give you one tip. You can, for example, if you're high on weed, you can take sugar water, some sweet drink, and that will bring your high right down. You can also eat a guava, for example. Certain fruits will bring you down too. Foods in general will bring you down because being high is being light. Smoke therapy is a lightening therapy. Whereas when you eat, you're doing a nourishing, heavying therapy, a stoutening therapy. I'm gonna put out these candles there and really messing up my hair right now. It's so beautiful out here. In the high desert, much better than the so-called foothill paradise. In terms of food, there are some foods you can bring. But for addictions, the best thing I've found, cardamom, to mix it in your smoking blends, is a great way to prevent many of the negative effects of smoking. Cinnamon too is useful. Corn silk I've talked about. Mint is also good to put in your smoking blends. But smoke therapy is a lightning therapy. But I wanted to talk about how to cure addictions. So raisins, wine also tends to help, but grapes not so much. But raisins especially are very good for addictions instantly. You soak a couple hours, or till it becomes nice and moist, or maybe even overnight, and then you eat it and drink the water, and you'll find that you won't feel the desire to smoke as much, or chase after it when you don't need it. So that's a good physical way to do it. But Like I believe that consciousness arises matter, because first is the thought. It's like memory. You don't have memory of everything, but um, obviously everything that happens in the world has to be thought about before you do it. So we cannot arise just from cells and stuff like they try to fool us with. But breath to cure addiction is a great way. So deep breathing, holding it on the full moon, the complete inspiration, is the best way to bring power to your mind and life force. So self-control, self-will is helped a lot with breath therapy. So take a deep breath in, hold in for a few seconds, and then slowly exhale it and hold it in for a little bit. But focus on the holding it in when it's complete. That's for addiction. Next is the alternative nostril breathing. This is something you can use in alternative to smoking or doing anything other, alcohol or whatever you're addicted to. A deep breath in through the left nostril slowly, hold it in, exhale through the other nostril. So inhale and exhale through the other. Then inhale through the same and exhale through the other. So when you inhale, you always exhale through the other. So it's kind of like you're doing, you're just moving the air like this, like this, like this, and it's kind of cleaning your brain, and it's also it's cleaning your lungs, and it's also activating your brain because you're kind of switching both sides, and it's like what's going on. But it's also getting stimulated in a very repetitive fashion, which is a grounding kind of therapy. So it can really purify your nerves, which are active a lot. So very cooling therapy, good for before you sleep or after waking up, or whenever you want to ground yourself and get your mind right, instead of lighting a cigarette or whatever, feeling like a slave to a substance. Next up, I have this therapy, which is the most powerful one I find. And you'll notice when you feel addiction, you'll have... Okay, so, man, I hope I have time to go through this topic. But let me just first show you the therapy if I get cut off. You close your right nostril, your Suryadi or whatever, your sun side. So you close your sun nostril and breathe through your moon nostril. You can either do conscious breathing or just passively observe your breath, depending on what medicinal effect you're trying to create in your mind and body complex. I wonder what smell this is, man. This aromatherapy candle is really beautiful. Oh, berries, man. Berries are great for your brain too. If you notice, they're shaped like kind of like a mucousy, sinusy thing that a brain is, just like a walnut, but it's more cooling than a walnut. But or many oval shaped things like eggs are also good for not just your sperm but also your whole lubricated areas, brain too, because it's shaped kind of like your head. But yeah, just do that. Either hold it. You can hold it when it's full too, just to strengthen your feminine side, but or weaken it or purify it by when it's empty. Because that's the downward moving, the eliminative wind, whereas the upward moving wind is the one for action, the masculine principle. Water. Man, this camera has an addictive influence on the eye. I gotta admit. I don't know why. But you'll notice throughout the day, different nostrils will be active. When when your left brain is active, or the Surya nostril, the Surya, the fire, the sun. if that is active, that means you're in a active work mode. And even when you want to work in your gut, eat, that's also an active kind of thing. Then you have the left side, and that's when you've kind of burned out. You'll notice that'll come active. And no, actually, yeah, when you're kind of doing more creative stuff, more relaxing stuff, more passive stuff, you'll notice, like watching a movie, you'll have this side active. Although I've never observed that myself, but when I am resting, I notice this side is more active. When I want to drink water, this side is the moon side is more active. Moon water. And when this side is active, I feel like I want to eat. And you can make this side active by walking. You can make this side active by meditating and listening to music and creative, relaxing activities. So yeah, that's pretty much the science of it, and really, that's what your body tells you. It's like when you see, when you analyze this, you'll see how the system is working you to death, and you cannot take care of yourself when you go through the world, and the standard stuff that is expected of you. Yeah, you'll notice how it's very oppressive and unhealthy system. So yeah, that's me for today. Breath therapy. I already told you two different forms: deep breathing and alternative nostril breathing, and a single nostril breathing. So that's three. And that's well, if you do alternative nostril breathing, actually, this will help you guys a lot if you get stressed. So after you relax from doing alternate nostril breathing, then you close your eyes, and close all your senses with your 5 fingers. So you got the ears closed with the thumb. You got this. So you take a deep breath in while closing your nostrils. So you're trying not. You're basically telling your fingers are telling your senses to shut down, or just temporary pause. And you take a deep breath in, and then you hum. It's called the bumblebee pranayam, or breathing technique. The bumblebee. So